what a day it was yesterday in the association. The Lakers win, and so our Lakers money line hits yesterday. LeBron didn't get close, obviously, to his PRA, and the streak is over. LeBron James, for the first time since January of 2007, does not go over 10 points scored in a single game. And how poetic of it is, though, how poetic of the game last night, or the moment, LeBron James passes away from the final shot. He could have guaranteed himself either he hits the game winner and he gets his 10 points, or he misses and they go into overtime. He's likely going to score 2 points in overtime. He passes up on the shot, wide open Rui Hachimura in the corner, bang, game winner. It's very interesting, man. Again, LeBron makes the right decision for the team. He says he doesn't care about the streak. They win. Is the LeBron era coming to an end? I know, again, LeBron's not at his peak anymore, but is the LeBron James playing career coming to an end? I don't know if this is the last year. There's a lot of belief that this is the last year of him in LA. I guess we'll just get to that in a second, because we're going to talk about the Lakers in a minute. Folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Of course, we did pretty well yesterday for our NBA best bets. Well, 3-2. Sixers didn't cover, but they won. Shout out to Jeremiah Fears. How about those Jazz covering? And how about the Los Angeles Lakers, again, with a big plus money winner yesterday in Toronto? Austin Reeves, you are an MVP candidate. Also on the channel, folks, our college basketball best bets. Those were posted earlier today. Later today, our college football best bets, but our full predictions are out right now. And our NFL predictions have already been posted on the channel. Best bets come out on Saturday. On Greedo Plays MMA, our UFC 323 predictions and best bets, and our PFL Mana predictions as well. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets today for the NBA, and here they are. The aforementioned Los Angeles Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers +7. I feel like it's way too many points. Guys, I think there's a good chance they go out and beat Boston outright, because here's the thing. I understand second night of a back-to-back, Boston's high scoring. The Lakers score a lot of points. The Lakers just beat a better team last night. Give me Los Angeles. Probably no LeBron. I will say that. I don't think LeBron's playing. Second night of a back-to-back, Bron had to play big minutes. And did Bron look good yesterday? He's still, this is what I'm going to say about LeBron. Again, I'm a huge LeBron fan, obviously. I own a LeBron James jersey in every single different color and every single team, obviously. What I will say about what LeBron did last night, again, only 8 points, had 6, basically. And it felt like there's a lot of opportunities for him to get that 10, just didn't get it, obviously. Just missed a lot of layups, missed a lot of shots. It is what it is. We kind of felt like maybe that streak was coming to an end. I didn't think it was going to be last night, though, and I thought LeBron was going to force his way to get shots like that and to get the 10 points. And again, I was proven wrong. LeBron passes up on the shot. Again, that is just you couldn't write a script any better, though, than legitimately how that Raptors-Lakers game ended last night, right? Bron makes the decision. He's got the ball in his hands. He could have had a look. He could have taken a midi to try to win the game. Bron passes out Hachimura, hits the game winner, and the streak. I mean, it feels like WrestleMania 30. And the streak is over. Back when that company used to be watchable. Anyways, regardless, I don't think Bron's playing tonight. He's not in the injury report yet as of 2 o'clock in the morning. So 5 hours before you're seeing this video, LeBron James is not on the injury report. I feel like he's going to be, though. I don't think Bron's playing the second night of a back-to-back. But then I also think, okay, if this is LeBron's last year, this is the last game in Boston. Again, I don't think it's the last year. The reports are this is Bron's last year in LA. Yeah, guys, I hate to say this. He's leaving the Lakers. He's going to leave Los Angeles. Why is he leaving Los Angeles? Because the Lakers are going to try to make their play to get a big-time free agent in the offseason. They're going to try to put themselves in a position to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's why. Additionally, too, I mean, again, I would love to have LeBron back. I think he's going to go to Cleveland. I think he's going to end the career in Cleveland. But again, though, it's just like, does that make sense for the Cavs? Not really. And I know, again, this might sound crazy. I mean, you can't have LeBron because what happens to DeAndre Hunter? But legitimately, what do you do? Because DeAndre Hunter is playing really good basketball, and he's perfect for that Cavs team. They literally traded a lot to go out and get DeAndre Hunter from Atlanta. So, I don't know. That's, again, a story for a while. Again, this season is still built upon trying to win LeBron number 5 with Los Angeles. Anyways, Lakers are on Boston tonight. I don't expect LeBron James to play. Don't really care. Well, obviously, again, LeBron's still, obviously I'd like to have LeBron on the court. He's still one of the best passers in the association, and that's not even a conversation. Austin Reeves, I don't know what to say. I mean, Austin Reeves, man, every single night, he keeps doing it. Guys, AR with 44 last night. Reeves now in the season averages 28 points per game. Actually, I think that's gone up. 29 points per game for Austin Reeves. It's absurd. Now, no Luka. So I thought potentially Doncic would be back. I was thinking more so he'd be back for the Sixers game, is it? Sorry, yeah, Sixers game on Sunday. I think Luka's going to be back for that. If not, he'll be back for the Cup game on Wednesday. I have a feeling that he'll be back for the Philly game. Because, I think he'll be back for Philadelphia on Sunday night. I thought maybe he'd be back for tonight's game because it's on Prime, and that's why I think LeBron might play because it's on national television. And again, if it's his last season, he's going to want to play in Boston, and Amazon paid a lot to get this Lakers-Boston game in the Boston Garden. Regardless of all that, though, Hachimura says after the end of the game, after he hit the shot, obviously interviewed by the Lakers, obviously, the Lakers broadcast, Rui says essentially Luka's out. He's not going to be back tomorrow, so we got to win another one without Doncic. Okay, so that kind of confirms those. Luka's coming back on Sunday. I think AR can find a way to win this game by himself, legitimately. And again, Rui, DeAndre Ayton. I know it's the second out of the back-to-back. Guys, they just beat a better team than Boston. And I know it doesn't always work like that, and the Celtics have won 5 of 6. Are we not forgetting what the Lakers are? Like, this is a line that you'd see usually. This is a line that, guys, this is a very familiar line. Like, okay, LeBron, like a couple years ago, LeBron's out, it's just 80. How do the Lakers fare? They're 7-point dogs with just Anthony Davis. And now it's crazy. This is the line we get with just Austin Reeves. But, like, this is still the second best team in the West. They're 16-5. Yeah, they look bad in the Phoenix game. The Lakers showed up for the Toronto game without Doncic. They beat the second best team in the Eastern Conference. You're telling me they're not going to go out and be competitive against the Celtics? I think they win personally, but to say they're not even going to be competitive? Come on now. 7 points is just way too many. Boston's played some good teams in the East, and they beat New York by 6. They beat Cleveland by 2. Detroit by 3. Hell, the Clippers came into Boston. Celtics beat them by 3 points. And yes, second out of a back-to-back, I don't care. I'm taking the Lakers here. 7 points is just too many. Would I be confident in the Lakers winning? No, I wouldn't be confident in it. I think it's going to happen, but if we're given the 7 points, why not take the 7 points? So, give me +7 here for Los Angeles on the road in Boston to cover against the Celtics. We will see again if LeBron plays or not, but give me the Lakers. On now to our second best bet of the day, and we go to our first player prop of the day as we go to the Bulls versus the Pacers at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Two very bad basketball teams. The 4-18 Pacers take on the 9-12 Chicago Bulls. And yes, that is a complete 180 from what I was saying at the beginning of the season about Chicago, and it's for good reason. The Bulls suck now. They don't play defense. There's no effort on the team except for one man, and that man is Josh Giddey. Giddey deserves a lot better than this. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Josh Giddey's playing his ass off. Josh Giddey is going to be an all-star this season. The guy is averaging 21, 10, and 9. Yeah, second most assists per game in the NBA right now, 10th most rebounds per game, and in the top 30 in points per game as well. Okay, the only player in the league that averages more assists than Josh Giddey is Nikola Jokic. And there's a limited amount of guys who average more rebounds a game than Josh Giddey. There's not a single guard that averages more rebounds per game than Josh Giddey. Take a listen to the 10 guys or the 9 guys who average more boards a game than Josh Giddey. Jokic, Kat, Zubac, Jalen Duren, Hartenstein, Khalil Ware, Gobert, Klingon, Giannis. Those are the 9 players who average more rebounds per game than Josh Giddey does. He's the only shooting guard or only guard in the sport to average 10 boards a game currently. And there's no one else really close to him. Oh, Luka is averaging 8, actually 9, but still. Pretty absurd stuff that's happening with Josh Giddey right now. He is a walking triple-double, and tonight we're going to take his PRA, which is listed at 42.5. Josh Giddey last game, I mean, the only good part about Bulls games, and I look at Bulls Twitter quite a bit, and all these Bulls fans, trade everybody but Giddey. Nobody cares but Giddey. We can't even celebrate Giddey triple-doubles. Because Josh Giddey against the Brooklyn Nets has 28, 11, and 11. That's 50 PRA. Okay, so I think we're going to get close to triple-double numbers tonight for Giddey. I think we probably will get a triple-double. It's just a matter, again, will he get the assists? Because Giddey can control the points. He can control the rebounds because he crashes boards quite a bit. Now, can his team get him the other points? I'm going to get into who is playing and who is not playing for Chicago in a second here. But think about the dumbed down or just the, Thinking about a triple-double tonight for Giddey, that's not even like that impressive. Now, it's impressive to get a triple-double, but just to get like a lower scale triple-double for Giddey tonight, let's say he scores 22 points, and let's say he goes 12 boards and 9 assists. So again, that's not even a triple-double, right? But like we're getting there. Well, again, 22, 12, and 9 gives Josh Giddey 43 PRA. That would barely get over the mark. Now, if he actually gets into the triple-double ranks, though, right, and say he gets 11 and 10, well, okay, now we only need to get into the 20s for Josh Giddey scoring-wise. We only need, 22 points for Josh Giddey? And, again, this will make a lot more sense when you hear the injury report tonight for the Chicago Bulls, because it's the entire team. Now, I don't know if the entire team's just given up after all they're losing, because the Bulls have been playing bad basketball, and I would not put it past them right now to lose to the Pacers, right? They've lost 5 games in a row after they were 9-7, after only beating the Wizards by 1 point. They lose the Pelicans, they lose the Hornets, they lose the Pacers, they lose the Magic. Okay, actually almost beat the Magic, but they choked it. And they lost the Nets at home by 10 points. How Billy Donovan still has a job? I don't know. You're 9-12. Your team doesn't play defense. And sure, is it roster construction? Kind of. The team, the ownership and the front office believes they can still kind of win. Apparently they tried, or they're trying for Anthony Davis. I don't know if you should do that, because can you expect AD to remain healthy? No, but whatever. There's no one on the team that actually tries to win basketball games other than Josh Giddey. So here, listen to the injury report. Patrick Williams is probable. I'm sorry, you'd probably rather him not play. Zach Collins is back. Potentially, he's questionable, so that's great. So Zach Collins might make his season debut. Should I argue he's a better center than Vooch? I don't know. Is that crazy? I know he can't shoot like Vooch Main can, but at least you get some defense out of Zach Collins. The problem is he's 6'9". So anyways, no Jalen Smith tonight. Again, if Collins is back, you don't really need Jalen Smith. Dalen Terry's probable. Isaac Okoro, doubtful. Trey Jones, doubtful. Dosunmu, questionable. Kobe White, questionable with the calf injury. Yikes. I mean, that's the problem too. Like, who's getting going to pass to? Vooch Main. All right. There's just a lot of injured guys tonight for Chicago. And sure, again, a big factor in Giddey's production kind of stems with Kobe White. If White plays, okay, assist numbers are going to be there for Josh Giddey. The point numbers won't entirely be there either. But again, Giddey's still showing 20-plus nights with Kobe White on the court. I'm just saying, like, the 30-plus potential isn't really there if a guy like Kobe White's playing. But again, the entire triple-double for Josh Giddey is always there on any given night. The reason why I like this line so much, though, is not the injuries in Chicago. It's not because Giddey's the only guy playing hard. They're playing the Pacers. Guys, Chicago and Indiana are two of the fastest-paced teams in all of basketball. So fast in terms of the Bulls, where they, regardless of how well they shoot, they will have games where and I saw it in the New Orleans game, they bricked 8 3-pointers in a row. And their commentators went, guys, what are we doing? Look to drive. And it took Trey Jones to finally drive to the hoop and, knock in a layup for, the Bulls to actually settle in. But they went down the court and shot 8 3-pointers back to back drives or possessions. And their commentators like, what are we doing right now? Like, get something going. Again, they just play really fast. The Pacers play even faster. That means a bunch of stats for everyone tonight. Josh Giddey should be the biggest player benefiting from all this tonight. Pacers obviously have a bunch of their injuries too. I mean, who's surprised? They still have obviously Nembhard's playing tonight, Mathurin, Siakam, Jay Huff, TJ McConnell. I'm still going with the Bulls. Josh Giddey, I'm not picking a winner here because I wouldn't touch this game at all the way both teams are playing. But over 42.5 PRA for Josh Giddey here at home in Chicago. Minus 120 for the first-time All-Star. I can only expect this season in Giddey PRA-wise. On now to our third best bet of the video. And we go to our first money line today. Told you earlier in the week, if we get Memphis Grizzlies money line anywhere near even money, we are absolutely firing when they play the Los Angeles Clippers. And what do you know? It's plus money. What? So this team, they sent Chris Paul home. They somehow beat Atlanta. And now they're favorites to beat Memphis. A Memphis team that's been winning. A Grizzlies team that has won 6 out of their last 8 games. 5 out of their last 7 games. And, oh, by the way, just beat the Clippers last week. You're telling me the Clippers are going to go to Memphis, and sure, nobody really shows up to the games that much anymore at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, but you're telling me this team's going to walk into Memphis and beat the Grizzlies? I don't think so. Guys, I've come to really enjoy Memphis Grizzlies basketball recently. Again, they're not a great team, but they're a competitive team, and they're definitely going to be a play-in team this year, in my opinion. And dare I say, they're kind of fun to watch without Ja Morant. There's nothing against Ja, but it's just like it's a very team-oriented game. Not to say Ja is not a team-oriented player, don't get me wrong, but it's just everybody gets their looks, you know? And there's not one player on the court that is just like the guy right now for Memphis. Like, sure, you can say it's Jaren Jackson, but I mean, Jaren Jackson has his games where he's not shooting well at all, and he's not scoring at all, and he's just, basically, forced to just be a defensive player the entire game. But the guy I want to talk about, Zach Edey. Said it a couple days ago after that big game Edey had against the Sacramento Kings in California where he had 32 points and 17 rebounds. Is anybody paying attention to what Zach Edey's doing right now? I understand it's only been, a 4-game stretch, but look at the last 4 games Zach Edey's played, and the Grizz are 3-1 in these, right? Edey came back middle of November, but he's really hitting his stride now. So last 4 games for for Zach Edey. 21-15 against the New Orleans Pelicans in an overtime win in the NBA Cup. 5-19, only 5 points sure, but 19 boards against the Los Angeles Clippers. And I understand that's the team they play tonight, but still, they're going to feed Edey quite a bit. And yes, I think he can win a Zubac matchup tonight. How about 32-17 against the Sacramento Kings? Yeah, he goes 16 for 20 from the field. It's a game, and I did say this, and yes, that's kind of a matchup thing, but I did say this at the time. I was like, how the hell are Drew Eubanks and Maxime Reynaud supposed to guard Zach Edey tonight? And I was right, and they couldn't, obviously. And I get it, it's Zubac tonight. Edey just didn't really attempt any shots. He played 30-plus minutes against the Clippers last Friday. He went 2 for 4. Didn't really try to do anything scoring-wise because everyone was shooting the ball so well. More on that in a second. Against San Antonio, Edey 19-15. Yeah, are we paying attention to what Zach Edey's doing right now? He's playing phenomenal basketball, and yeah, he's more than just a really tall guy from Purdue. Now, onto the shooting of Memphis. They are very streaky, and yes, this is the entire NBA, sure, it's basketball, but regardless, they're very streaky, and they're a very hot and cold three-point team. When they get going, like they did in the first quarter of that Sacramento game, and in the fourth quarter of the Sacramento game, boy, are they dangerous from beyond the arc. Because the thing about the Grizzlies is everyone on the court can shoot except for Edey. And obviously that's most teams, but like, there's good three-point balls out of these guys. Jalen Wells might be one of the more underrated shooters in the league. He doesn't get always his opportunity from beyond the arc. Jalen Wells is money from the three-point line. Vince Williams does shoot him. Left-handed shot is what it is. Don't love his shot, but it's okay. Cedric Coward is going to shoot. Jaren Jackson's going to shoot, and they bring in the guys off the bench. Aldama shoots all the time. KCP, all he does is spot up from 3. Conchar is out there to play defense and shoot three-pointers. Classic 3-and-D guy. And how about Cam Spencer? Cam Spencer against the Spurs, 21 points on 6 of 8 shooting, and 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. I would argue Spencer should be the starting point guard. I understand it's Vince Williams, and that's okay. Cam Spencer's been hooping, and that three-point ball is money. UConn breeds winning basketball players, and that's what Cam Spencer is. As for the Clippers, I know they just won a game. Good for them. Zubac had 17 boards. Harden finally showed up. I still don't care. You're the Clippers. Just because, we got rid of Chris Paul, I know we won one game, does not mean you're a viable threat to keep on winning. I'm going with Memphis in this spot. Again, and here's the thing, too. What are the odds the Clippers win back-to-back games on the road? First night, by the way, of a back-to-back. There is a potential Kawhi Leonard does not play tonight. It's not been stated whether or not Kawhi is actually going to give it a go today. The only thing on the injury report that we have right now for the Clippers in terms of the Memphis game is that Bogdanovich is out, but he's been out for quite a bit. I would think potentially no Kawhi Leonard tonight. I'm just going to put that out there. Clippers go to Minnesota tomorrow on a second night of a back-to-back. They might want Kawhi to play that game. Maybe Kawhi plays both. I don't think he's going to. Maybe he does, especially on a road trip. I don't think he's going to play both. Maybe he does. But if Kawhi is going to miss a game, I would expect it actually to be this one rather than the Minnesota one tomorrow where they really need him even more. I mean, the Clippers need all the help they can get every game, though, so who am I kidding? Anyways, give me the Grizzlies to win. It's plus money, so I absolutely love it. Plus 120 for the Grizzlies at home to defeat the Los Angeles Clippers. On now to our fourth best bet of the video, and we go to another money line. Give me the Philadelphia 76ers to go on the road and beat the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? No points required tonight out of the Philadelphia 76ers, who did win yesterday. What an eventful finish at home against the Golden State Warriors. Sixers beat Golden State. Draymond Green misses the birth of his own child to, go lose a regular season game and only play 9 minutes against the Philadelphia 76ers, same guy who wanted to miss a regular season game to witness LeBron James breaking the scoring record. I don't know if that's sentient or not, but whatever. You gotta, commit him to the game, I guess, right? Weird game last night for Philly and Golden State. Philly gets out to a 30-10 run to start the game. I'm not joking. That was the final score. That was the score after the first quarter. The Warriors keep on closing the gap in the second half to a point where you think they're going to win late in the game, right? Golden State's up 98-97. There's not much scoring for the final minute. Philly gets the ball with 8 seconds left. Tyrese Maxey gets blocked by D'Anthony Melton. Ball comes short of the hoop. VJ Edgecombe scoops it, just gets the rebound and tips it back in. Sixers take a 1-point lead. There's no one down court. D'Anthony Melton, after blocking Maxey's shot, leaks out. He's going to have a game-winning layup, and Tyrese Maxey chase down, swats him, and wins the game for Philly. Now, they didn't cover, but what a victory last night for the 76ers. And yes, I'm taking them to win on the second night of a back-to-back because they're playing the crappy Bucks. I don't care. The Bucks beat the Pistons. I don't care. Giannis is out again. Guys, I don't know. I don't want to question the legitimacy of the Antetokounmpo injury, but is he really hurt? I don't know. I know he's hurt, okay? Didn't look bad at the time. You watch the replay, still doesn't look bad. They're saying it's a calf injury for Antetokounmpo. Obviously, the state of the league right now, and obviously the NBA Finals last year, Game 7, Tyrese Halliburton. No team is risking a calf injury, even if it's not visible. Antetokounmpo's out for basically a month, probably longer, I would expect. The Bucks don't want him to get injured and not be able to trade him. Obviously, they need to get something out of Giannis if he doesn't plan on re-signing here. But no Giannis means no winning, right? So this happens sometimes, right, with teams. And, the best example I can tell you this is, the 2013 Lakers. When Kobe went out back in 2013, the Lakers, right after Kobe got injured, the game Kobe got hurt, they got hot, and they would close out games, and they'd find a way to do it. But that's more of a thing, though. That's the game where your star player goes out. Victor Oladipo when he got hurt against the Raptors, right? Your teams find ways to be competitive and bond together for one game. And then the reality sets in after. It's oh, wait, we suck. And it's never been more evident. 2013 Lakers, 2019 Pacers. 2024 Bucks are the most single-player dependent team I've ever watched. And yet, they found a way to come back and beat Detroit. Well, again, that's why I've always said Detroit's fraudulent. The East isn't good. I don't know who's going to win it. I've been saying the Hawks. At this point, I don't know. I might flip a coin 8 times and come out with, the Boston Celtics are just going to win. Which I'm saying, again, if Tatum gets healthy, watch out for Boston. Boston might just take the East this year. In a year where they're supposed to kind of sit back and get a pick. I don't know. Philly legitimately could, though. If Embiid's healthy and McCain's playing well off the bench, Maxey's playing like a superstar. It might be Philly's year, guys. I don't know. I know Embiid's never won anything. It might be this season because I don't believe in Detroit, don't believe in the Knicks, don't believe in the Raptors. Miami, Boston, potentially, definitely no to Orlando. Philly, yes. Cleveland, yes. Atlanta, yes. There you go. Milwaukee, hell no. They're not getting in the playoffs. The Bucks came back and beat Detroit without Giannis. They were down early. They came back without Antetokounmpo, who only played 3 minutes. They got 40 minutes out of AJ Green. Kevin Porter Jr. scored 26 points. Okay, now reality is set back in. Oh, crap, Giannis isn't playing. Good luck with that. Good luck now with this lineup of Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, AJ Green, Kyle Kuzma, Miles Turner. Have fun with that. Have fun with Miles Turner and his dumbass deer celebration. I hope this goes well for you. Philadelphia is the better basketball team. Now, of course, we always have to look at the Philly injury situation. Guys, Joel Embiid's playing. So, Philly may be on a second night of a back-to-back. You know who's not? Joel Embiid. I'll take that. Thank you. Okay, you know what I mean. Embiid played 20 minutes, so, he's rested, right? Assuming he plays. I think he's going to play, right? I think. Because you know those clutch minutes, right? Yeah, Embiid's not really playing, though. Embiid's not playing the 40 minutes Tyrese Maxey is. So I need to rephrase that, obviously. But I believe Embiid's playing. If he's not, we'll see. Paul George probably playing tonight. I know people want to mock PG. I'd rather have PG in the lineup right now, though. PG didn't play yesterday. Looks like PG-13 might be back today. Okay, we'll take it. Or sorry, he's not 13 anymore. It's PG-8. Anyways. Yeah, I think the Sixers win this. They're guys, this team's too talented to lose the Bucks. Especially without Giannis. And if Embiid plays, and if Paul George plays. So we saw this game late last month in Milwaukee. Close game. Philly took it to overtime and really just went away with the game, or really ran away with the game in overtime. Maxey scored 54 points. It was his career high. Yeah, and that took everything out of Milwaukee to keep that game close. They're not beating the Sixers here. I'm easily going Philadelphia in this one. Again, if the Sixers can put it together, this should be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And by the way, they finally now put back-to-back wins together. Something they have not done since the first stretch of the year. So, they've won back-to-back. Why not make it 3 in a row before the Lakers come into town and probably beat them on Sunday night? But anyways, give me Philadelphia to win, -120 on the road, beating the Milwaukee Bucks. On to our final best bet of the video, and we go to the nightcap on, I think, Amazon? Yeah, Amazon Prime, Mavericks Thunder player prop. I mean, you know where we're going. Come on now. Now we're actually taking Cooper Flag. Did I get you there? Cooper Flag over 15.5 points. Guys, something's up with this line. Why is the line only 15.5? And I know, the OKC defense is great. Star players are going to find ways to get buckets. So I'm a little concerned it's this low. Look at the last 3 games Cooper Flag's played. 38 minutes against the Clippers, career high 35 points. Denver game, 33 minutes, 24 points. Miami game on Wednesday, 31 minutes, 22 points for Flag. The line tonight's at 15.5. And I know it's supposed to be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout. The Thunder, I will say this, by the way, the Thunder are very due for a blowout. They haven't straight just beaten a team by 30 points. And I'm not saying it's going to be a 30-point blowout, but I think this is going to be like a 20-point final score margin. And don't get me wrong, the Thunder are going to get into their blowout groove coming up. Dallas, Utah, Phoenix, Clippers. Those sound like blowouts to me. They should have the NBA Cup final wedged in between there, I think, right? Yeah, the NBA Cup final and semifinal wedged in between there, which they're probably going to win the Cup. Let's just be honest. They're going to get the Lakers in Vegas. They're going to beat the Lakers. And who the hell knows who's going to come out the East? I don't know. Miami, probably. I don't know. Anyways, OKC's been playing some tough games. They only beat Minnesota by 8. They only beat Phoenix by 4. Portland by 8. Golden State by 12. But that game was really tight. And they're down in the fourth quarter. But yet they're 21-1. Yeah, they're 21-1. Game should be a blowout. Cooper Flag should still get his points, is what I will say. And I don't know why the line is like this. Injuries for Dallas, Lively, still out for a while, it appears. PJ Washington might not play. Gadford might not play. To our knowledge, Anthony Davis is going to go tonight. And Anthony Davis has been really good, honestly, since his return. Played 3 games, dropped 12 and 5 against the Lakers in his first game back. Whatever, comes back in Denver, finally plays a really good game against the Denver Nuggets. Scores 32 points and 13 boards in 32 minutes. And then his last game against the Heat, 28 minutes, 17 points from AD, but 17 boards as well. Davis has been really good for the Mavs, but you know what's been the same thing in all of these games? Yeah, Cooper Flag's the number 1. Flag's the number 1 guy. And yeah, AD's going to score. AD's the big superstar on the team. I understand. Hey, he was the big prize, the Luka Doncic trade, right? The reason they traded Luka is so they get Anthony Davis to become a championship contender. Regardless, though, right now, Cooper Flag is getting the ball in clutch spots. Cooper Flag, the offense is running through him. And yes, AD's very involved. Davis is much a threat, obviously, for the Dallas Mavericks. But currently, Cooper Flag is the guy. And this line's just way too low. 15.5 points for Cooper Flag. Yeah, give me the over. He's going to get to 16. And let's not forget, too, and I know understand it's a different, look for the Mavs since the last couple of years. There's a player named Luka Doncic who isn't here anymore. But the kryptonite for OKC has always been Memphis. Not Memphis. I keep saying Memphis. The Mavs. This team's always gotten them. Last year, Dallas, I think, beat him twice. I know they beat him once. It was their first loss last year. Dallas always gets OKC. And I know, again, the one game they played this year, well, obviously OKC won, but Cooper Flagg only had 2 points. He went 1 for 9 shooting, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, played 31 minutes and scored 2 points. That is the only game in Cooper Flagg's career where he has scored in the single digits. So maybe he's building a streak like LeBron. I don't know. By the way, we need to keep track of now LeBron's games where he scores more than 5 points. Just saying. Anyways, though, right? Flagg, he hasn't gone under 10 points all year long since that original OKC game. And I know, again, we don't need 10 points tonight, right? We need 16. I believe Flagg is going to find a way to do so. Just because, okay, the difference between what the Mavs were in their 4th game of the year at home against OKC and now is that they are very dependent on Flagg. Then, right, I mean, it was Flagg's 4th game. Anthony Davis is scoring 26 and taking 16 shots. They're more comfortable letting D'Lo chuck up shots all game long, and Max Christie and Klay Thompson was still chucking up way more shots than he is now. Now Cooper Flagg is that guy who gets a high volume of looks and high volume of shot production every single night. So I do believe he's going to find a way to go over this line today. Again, over 15.5 points for Cooper Flagg. That one's currently listed at minus 125. So sign me up for that one. Even against, again, a really good defensive team in OKC and likely a very annoying matchup for Flagg tonight, at least on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, that being Lou Dort. However, though, again, that's on paper. Lou Dort, I believe, is out still tonight, though. Let me clarify. Yeah, no, Lou Dort's out. There you go. It's going to be what? Oh, geez, never mind. J-Dub's on him. Even worse. No, it's not worse, but still, it's annoying. Regardless, I think Cooper Flagg's going to find a way. Give me Cooper Flagg over 15.5 points. It's a struggle for anybody to score against OKC, but I think Flagg can at least get 16. Again, give me the rookie here for 16 points at home or on the road. Folks, thank you for watching our NBA Best Bets here on December 5th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily NBA Best Bets. Folks, thank you for watching, and Mamba forever.